Good morning, everybody. I hope that you are doing well. Welcome to BMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.
And access, we need God. Only God can bring us out of this mess.
I may not look like you and you me, but that's the way it's supposed to be. Dare to be you, dare to be me, and dare to be different and unique. I'm gonna be the best me I can be by letting His glory shine through. Dare to be you, dare to be me, and dare to be different.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. First name's Doni, last name's Glover. In it to win it for the long haul, baby. So here we are. We got a little overcast going on here in the city of Baltimore. Politics. See, this is June 23rd. Oh, so we can't be doing that. Had to get a new phone yesterday. And I had to go through all of that transfer and stuff. Boy, that's something that's changed, technology. Remember when computers first were distributed? You could buy a computer, it had everything on it. Microsoft Word, one of them games you could play. It had, the basic stuff. Now you buy a computer, everything is a la carte. When you first would get a computer, everything was on it that you need. You pay one price, you get a computer, you go home, you plug it in, you go to work. Your kids go to work on the computer. But it's a whole different ball of wax. What America has mastered is the a la carte. We're not going to sell everything to you at once and make it convenient for you. No. We're going to sell it to you piecemeal. We're going to sell you a monitor. Well, actually, now they just make you buy the software separately. We're going to sell you the car, but the gasoline tank that you need, we got to sell that separately. You think I'm joking? You cannot buy everything on the computer now. So when I went to buy this phone, now they don't sell you the charger with the phone. So they sell you the whole damn phone, but the charger, and not even the charger, the little doohickey that you plug the cord into to plug into the wall. You got to go all the way back to the store, unless you know ahead of time that you got to buy the little doohickey thing, because otherwise you can't charge your phone. So everything is a la carte now. Computers, cell phones, the iPhone, get the iPhone. You got to go all the way back to the store for this one little gadget. All right, we're going to get to, I guess, Sean, where are you? You're late. You're late.
Hello, sir. How are you?
What's going on with you?
That's much. Doing
And look,
well.
we're going to need you to keep
Gorgeous
that
Prince
camera.
George's.
Hold tight. Are you going to have that camera still? Because it looks
Yes.
like, is it situated? Because I don't
Yes.
want to get dizzy this morning. It's too early to be getting dizzy.
Donnie, I don't know if your mic is all the way up, but you're kind of
My
low.
mic is fine. Is your mic up? You can't hear me?
I
See,
can
that's
hear
what happened when you come late. We can't do the sound check.
you.
So you can't hear me.
I can hear you. Just kind of low. That's all.
Turn your phone up. Okay, so what are you running for, Sean?
Running for school board District 6.
Have you ever run for this position before?
No, this is my first time running for school board and running for any office before.
Well, how many campaigns have you worked on, Sean?
Oh, whoa, that's so I started in 2012. I'm sorry, it's 2010. Working while I was still in high school, worked on Greg Hall's campaign, who was a community advocate and activist here in my county uh, and state. Then Greg, also who was a returning citizen. But back in 2010, it wasn't as popular to be a returning citizen back then, Donnie. And unfortunately, he was unsuccessful in his race. Then we worked with Senator Benson, who was Delegate Benson back then, to make her a senator, and Ed Burrows. I probably worked about 12, 15 candidates so far in my lifetime.
And so you're like 30,
I'm 28, not even 30 yet.
but you have such a wealth of political experience.
Yes.
Well, this is what I don't understand, Sean. They say smart people don't run for office. So why are you running?
Sometimes we have to get some good people in there, right?
Is that what you're saying? I mean, is that what you're selling me?
Yes, I think that this is a very important election year when we look at um, even for who's on top of the ticket for being governor. We have to make sure that we're choosing the right people. We have an open seat for governor this year, so I'm hoping that people are looking at qualifications, not looking at this who's moving them, uh, but also not just looking based off race or who looks good on a sign, but also this voting because the person is qualified to do the job. Right now, we with this inflation and everything that's going on right now, we're heading towards a recession, Donnie. And who's going to be the people to go in there who can get things started day one working for the people, who has a track record of working for the people? I think that's what we have to look at.
Who does have a track record working with the people?
Um, so I guess it'll be my first time making this announcement. I believe that, and I want to say this first. Here in Prince George's County, we had a council person um, who stood up.
Oh, spit it
Again,
out, man. Who do you like for governor?
pardon me?
Oh, spit it out, man. Who do you like for governor?
Peter Franchot, Monique Anderson Walker. I'm going to explain why. So Monique Anderson Walker, let's start with her first. When she was on the county council
I'm sick.
here,
I gotta go. Keep going. I'll be back.
she was on the county council here. She stood up, Donnie, against 8 of her colleagues. It was only 3 of them. Our girl Jolene Ivy was one of those people. Monique Anderson Walker and Tom Renoga. She stood up against 8 of her colleagues who they tried to raise taxes during the heat of the pandemic by 10%. Here in Prince George's County, we already pay the second highest property taxes in the state of Maryland. Peter
Hold up.
Franchot,
Hold up.
hold
You,
on.
you,
When you
you,
talk about Peter, Peter has not been afraid to buck the system.
how long have you known Peter Franchot?
Well, I don't know him. I know of him. I don't know him personally. So who are you supporting for governor, Donnie?
I don't like none of them.
Who?
I don't like nobody.
No, no.
I like me for governor.
I thought you were about to say the other candidate that's polling high.
Who you talking about? Dan Cox?
The Democratic candidate that's polling high right now.
Now, I got to help you out, Sean. As a black man in Maryland, as the author of Unapologetically Black, and as the author of I Am Black Wall Street, with a Westmore in the race, you know damn well who I'm supporting, Sean. How
So
can
as a
I
black
not
man,
support an educated black man? Because I am black first. I ain't a Democrat. I ain't a Republican. I live in Baltimore. It's 9-1 Democrat, and my neighborhood looks like crap. So that tells me that the Democrats in Baltimore are just Republicans that haven't put on the right uniform.
yeah, I understand that you want to support the guy from Baltimore, Donnie. That makes
Not
sense.
the guy from Baltimore. I knew Francho when you were still in school, in public school. I knew Francho when he was a delegate. How long ago was he a delegate?
That was many years ago.
No, it wasn't that long. It was 8 years ago. I was a social services commissioner for the city of Baltimore, and he was a delegate representing Montgomery County. When you go and look into his track record then, I'm not talking about the last 8 years when he's been on a statewide stage. I want you to look at his behavior when he was just a delegate, what he thought, what he said about Baltimore City. When you look at that, you tell me then why I should not be supporting somebody that looks like me.
Well,
Because he
trust me,
don't look like me. He don't come to my neighborhood. And then he always want to give somebody one of them little damn gold coins. I don't want no damn gold coins. I want money. Did he give you a gold coin? He did, didn't he? He gave you a gold coin, and you fell for him ever since. All he did was give you your damn tax dollar back.
Donnie,
That's your money.
So Donnie, actually,
Hey, you ever dealt with a crack addict before? A crack addict will steal your stuff, and then when you're not looking, will sell it back to you. It's your money. Hey, Donnie, I like what you're doing there. Oh, Donnie.
Oh no,
Hey, Donnie.
no, Donnie. Actually, supporting.
Hey, Donnie,
I decided to support them before I got my gold coin.
Did you know him? Did you know him when he was
for,
a
I have nothing against Westmore. You know, as a black man, I like Westmore. I actually wanted to support Westmore, but I'm just looking at. He has no government experience. He's never been in government. And then
what is Franco?
hold on, Donnie.
Franco ain't counting that money. Franco ain't counting that money at the comptroller's office. He walking around in the suits with the pretty black girls. Because, you know, he always keep a pretty black girl around him. We know your
Monique Anderson Walker is a stand-up person.
Long before her. She's new. I'm talking about his track record. He always, as he's been comptroller, keeps a pretty black girl around. Don't make me call names. Because I got names.
But, you know, like I was saying that when you get into that seat, I think you already know this, you have pressure from special interests.
I don't want to hear that.
Unions, other colleagues.
What is he paying you? I thought we were interviewing you about you. Hey, you to come in here, threw a monkey wrench in for Peter. Hey, what is Francho? I've been meaning to ask. Francho seems French. Is Peter French?
I'm not sure.
You voting for a guy you don't know where he's from. What do you know about him?
Well, that's not why I vote for people based on where they're from or.
Where's he from?
But this back to my race. I'm the only candidate that's running for school board that actually attended our public school system, and I bring a different perspective because of that.
Do
Um,
Peter Francho's kids attend our public school systems? Oh, that's right. I ain't gonna ask you no more about him. Hey, what about Attorney General? There's a homeboy of yours, Anthony Brown.
yeah, Anthony Brown's ready for AG now, but against was it Katie O'Malley? So I'm definitely supporting Anthony Brown. So who are you supporting for comptroller?
You're not supporting the black. You got an opportunity to support a black man in
I'm
every
supporting
race.
I'm supporting Tim Adams for comptroller.
Well, see, you got 2 of the 3 right. Yes, Tim. Now this girl Brooke Learman is out working him in certain places because she's got to them delegates and state senators. And
Well, that's because Daddy's writing checks.
Terry Learman,
Uh, he's
I don't
writing
like
checks.
nobody threatening me. If you don't vote for me, then you ain't gonna get this. Because I got some choice words for you. Don't threaten me, because I might show up at your door, me and Black Stevie with the hoods on, playing some Kendrick Lamar in the background. I'm a new Kendrick Lamar fan. You know about Kendrick? Sean just don't know what to say. Can you hear me, Sean?
I could. I told you it's kind of low.
You were doing well. Okay. All right. So why should people vote for you, Sean?
Well, people should vote for me because been involved in my community for over 12 years now. Involved in school system issues since even the high school, where I was part of student government and advocating with the Prince George's County Regional Association of Student Governments. Like I said, I'm the only candidate that actually attended our schools from Head Start to 12th grade. Know the issues from the inside. Know the
Were you
players.
supporting Rashawn Baker?
Pardon me?
Did you support Rashawn Baker, or did you tell him you should not be in this race?
Um, I was not supportive of Sharon Baker, but I will say one thing. Sharon made the race very interesting by calling out
Oh, he
a lot of
wasted
stuff this
everybody's
time.
damn time. That's what he did. He was like one of them bunny rabbits in a long distance run where they put the really fast person out front to set this unreasonable pace. And then he dips off. See, we ain't forgot that he let Ben Jealous come in here and take his money last time.
So, question: what you think about Sharon trying to move the governor's office to Baltimore?
That was a ploy to make Baltimore feel good. He knew damn well he wasn't coming to Baltimore. He might get robbed. I saw him on Pennsylvania Avenue. Somebody gonna get him. You mean it's hard. He gonna get got messing around on Pennsylvania Avenue. You
Well,
know, Pennsylvania Avenue kind of like the bottom of Indian Head Highway. You gotta keep your hand on your gun because it keep you on the run.
Another thing. I know Sharon Baker.
The lady had some moxie though. I did like her. But they say
Rashawn,
she might have been mean to some of the black campaign workers. Nancy.
Sharon actually brought
They
up a lot
came
of.
to Baltimore.
Rashawn brought up a lot of things about the Sweeney boys out in Baltimore, but one thing that I just couldn't think about, or kept thinking about, was that hey, but what about the people in Suitland that's selling socks and water on the side of the roads there? You never thought about them when you was county executive? So it was then
All
like
right,
I mean,
I'm gonna tell you the truth, Sean. He lost me when I was interviewing him, and he kept saying the dissent decree. He kept saying the dissent decree, the dissent decree, the dissent decree. And I'm saying, dude, don't talk about Indian Highway, Charles County. Watch. You will get got on in there. I've been down there. Hey, too late to warn me. I was already there. I like, damn, ain't nobody tell me. No, Rashawn didn't seem to have it. I did like Nancy though. But they said she was mean to some of the workers. You can't be mean to your workers.
yeah, I don't know Nancy like that, but
She's right down there in your neighborhood. She's one county over. You.
Yeah, I don't go to Montgomery County. I'm Prince George's County proud.
So let me ask this: who is Daryl Barnes supporting?
For what?
Governor.
Well,
You know damn well who he's supporting. He's supporting Francho because Francho said they're gonna make him Commerce Secretary. Do you believe that?
I just know that Delegate
Hold
Barnes.
up. Do you believe Peter Francho is gonna make Daryl Barnes Secretary of Commerce?
I don't know, but I think Daryl Barnes will be a
Oh,
great
that's
candidate
what he
for it.
said. And he got Daryl Barnes, who's not just no any old delegate. He is the chair of the Black Caucus.
Yes, and Peter
Doesn't
Francho
he have any commerce?
Peter Francho released a black agenda.
Oh, stop that, Sean. Stop. You know Joe Gaskins wrote the damn thing.
So did
Peter
you at least read the black
Francho ain't
agenda?
got no damn black agenda.
Did you read the black agenda?
Joe Gaskins wrote it. Of course I read it. Oh, man, come on. It's some pretty stuff on paper. Ask him how many black people been in his dining room. Ask Peter Francho how many black... Has Monique been in his dining room?
Well, I don't know. I'm sure. Donnie, you ain't going. But
There's a movie called A Night in Miami, and it had somebody playing Sam Cooke, somebody playing Ali. Oh my God, who else was in
you
there?
should interview Monique though.
I did. And you got to see this movie, Night in Miami. Anyway, Jim Brown, that's one of them. They had a scene where Jim Brown was talking to his football coach, and they were sitting on his front porch, and so the white man proceeded into the house, and Jim Brown went behind him, like he going in the house too. And the white man turned around and said, "You know we don't let y'all in here." They'd have sat on the porch and talked for 15 minutes. But when it come time to go into the house, he said, "You know we don't let you in here." This is the same people that your great-great-grandmother put breast milk in their baby's mouth, but they wouldn't let you use the water fountain. No, you got to do more than say a couple buzzwords to get my vote, because we're going to grill you. At least Wes been in a combat situation. Peter looking a little crispy. How old is Peter? And I ain't saying old people can't do the job, but after Biden, I'm a little tired of old white men. This is a black state. He don't look like me. I ain't never seen him on North Avenue. Come on, man.
Well, that is your opinion. I'm supporting Peter.
All right, well, I'm gonna put myself on mute. Say all you want about Peter. Come on,
I respect your views and who you supporting. But when Peter Francho wins this primary election, becomes your governor, hopefully you'll support him for the general election. But like I'm saying,
I'm gonna support anybody against him, including the other side, if he should win. Because he ain't never been in my neighborhood and he ain't never coming. I have more faith that Larry Hogan would come to my neighborhood before Peter Francho. You see, what's the difference between Larry Hogan and Peter Francho? Francho supported everything Hogan voted for. If you're going to give me a Republican, give me a real Republican. Don't give me a pseudo-Republican.
Well, I've seen Peter Francho has been in many communities I've seen him in. So I'm sure he's not just ignoring your community or neglecting to come to your community. But anyway, I want to talk about my race. Any other questions for me, Donnie?
Yeah, why should I vote for you when you vote for bad people? I like your advocacy, Sean. If at 30 years old I was half as involved as you are in politics, let's move the elections aside because you're not going to win that one. Tell me about some people who have effectively served your community in the past decade. And you are one of our Black Wall Street Award honorees from some years back. Who do you like?
Um, Jolene Ivy, as I mentioned her name before, as you know, Jolene. Jolene is definitely a fighter for the people. She's on our county council currently. Has been fighting. There was a move for redistricting here, where this was the biggest political plot, I believe, of all time, Donnie. They, if you had a competition, a county council member, they cut out people who were challenging current council members.
That's
They
how
they,
the game is played.
they redistricted them out their district. Jolene was one of the fighters that stood up against
You
that.
will draw a line around your house.
Yes.
That's the game.
hmm Also, my boss, who I currently work for, Aisha Brave Boy. Um,
Love her. She's been the same person. Now, some people down there have their issues. I love her.
yes,
She's been the same person, A1 from day one.
Aisha Brave Boy is definitely a fighter, a champion
Don't mess with
for all
my
people.
Aisha. Then we're going to have a fight. She's been real. She's been supportive in Baltimore. She's actually laid the groundwork for a statewide campaign.
hmm
I'm surprised she didn't go for the attorney general thing.
Well, we're grateful to have her as our.
Before Anthony Brown left Congress.
Yeah, but I think she likes her job as state's attorney because
I'm glad she's there.
uh, she's on the ground working, and it's really community oriented as well. We've been have done a number of events, and people are like, why should you go to that neighborhood? Well, um, we can't expect people to come to us. We've been actually focusing on diverting crimes before it even happen. We've been taking employment services, um, also mental health services directly into the communities, the state attorney's office, and been working directly within communities. We've been seeing a high increase in violence, gun violence, or in crime. So she is definitely a person for the people. Um,
What about young offenders,
who?
young criminals, young offenders?
Well, we have expanded diversion. She has expanded diversion in our office. We also have a merging adults program, and um, we started back on track and expanded that as well in our office.
What do you like about her,
About what?
Aisha?
Everything I mentioned. And also, let me just say something about Aisha.
First of
She,
all, she's gorgeous. You know, people vote for pretty people. Rarely do people vote for ugly people.
what other thing about Aisha is that she's a independent candidate. She's not afraid to stand up. That's one thing. That's what
She's
we
not
need more in
afraid to
politics.
fight. She might punch a cat in his mouth.
If I can talk about another person who is up in Baltimore. Hope I won't get in trouble. but Joe Carter is great as well.
Oh, I thought you were going to say somebody controversial. Jill, of course, is a fighter. She doesn't like egregious legislators who avoid their obligations. You ain't gonna get no argument out of me on Jill. Plus, she fought O'Malley more than anybody. You gotta love Jill.
hmm
Her and O'Malley, they were just back and forth all the time.
And also, your state's attorney.
Marilyn Mosby,
Yes.
what you want me to say? You
I
trying
know.
to
I
get
know.
you trying to get a read on me? I think the news. Well, hold up. When it comes to Marilyn Mosby, I should be asking you the question. It was the guy, what's his name? Barron? Eric Barron? Isn't he from Prince George's County?
No comment.
Why would he pick a high-profile black woman as his first case, or at least that's
No
how
comment.
it hit the news.
No comment.
Okay, let me make it easy.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave his absence right now. I ain't trying to get fired when I go back.
Okay. Well, I say it for you. If Eric Byrne is in a snow blizzard and I'm driving by in a tractor, I'm not stopping.
Lord. Well,
look, if you a high profile something or other, and then they keep bringing it in the news, him and Marilyn had a spat, and that's why he's going after her. It's like, is that how we do each other? Okay. Let's move along because I don't want you unemployed. Okay, let's move. What else? What other races?
I'm a racist.
Tell me about 26 state senator race.
26 state senator race. Well, this person has been very supportive for me over years, and I support them. C. Anthony Muse.
I remember when he ran for U.S. senator.
Yep, I supported him back then too for that.
And the state of Maryland.
I mean, and Mills has been a big advocate for the people. I mean, Tamara Davis Brown. Granted, she's a fighter as well. I just wish she could have ran for something else. Who's challenging him. But for that race, I think the people of District 26 knows Muse, and I think they will be supporting him as well.
He ran for something.
He ran for county executive.
And then lost, and then he went back into politics. What does that say about him? Clearly, he loves politics.
He loves politics. I think he has a urge to serve. He's a bishop, so he has a calling.
Oh, stop that. We don't play that church stuff. Assalamu alaikum. Look, he already got a big church, and then he got a district. Isn't that a lot of talking? When he get the rest? He got to work 6 days a week, and then he got to be a preacher, or do he not work that hard?
Well, I mean, but preachers, but he's a bishop. He's over several churches, so So not only
not a pastor, he's not a pastor.
He's a bishop. So not only is he preach on Sunday, he is over several churches where he has to run the operations of this large organization that he's over.
What are the big churches that a politician cannot afford to miss in Prince George's?
We have so many.
What's that one that looked like a city?
Some City of Praise.
Wow. Boy, past that joint looked like Disney World, man. That joint big, man.
Actually, I that's where I attend right now.
You got a nice choir?
You said we have a choir?
How's your choir?
We have a praise team. Really good. Yeah, the Lady Martrice, she's actually homegrown in the church, so they it was which I really like. They didn't go and got like a big name artist. I mean, J.J. Harris was there, but he started his church. But
you go to church, Sean? Are you a holy roller? Do you believe in the Lord God?
I definitely believe in God. Yes, I grew up.
And I need you to bust out a church song. Let me hear your favorite church song.
I'm not a singer though, so.
Oh well, we wouldn't want to get you out of your gift.
But I can say this: I trust in the Lord with all my heart. I lean not to my own understanding, but in all my ways, let God lead me.
God is my everything, my anchor in a time of trouble. God is. Come on, man, bust the move.
My everything.
My everything. See, I gotta see if you got a little Baptist up in it. And then they really, really apostolic holy roller when they did that double clap. When you in one of them churches, they did. When you in, man, when they that ain't no regular church. That's some chicken and string beans after church service type church. A real church feed you, you know.
Yeah, and I think that our churches also have to stand up during politics as well, during campaign season, because these we have, like I said, we have City of Praise, we have the First Baptist Church of Glenarden, um, we have Ebenezer, we have the Sanctuary, Kingdom Square, we have Reed Temple, uh, we have
Oh, and that's when the fight broke out.
we have all these churches here, but we can do if these churches was to stand up, put
Well,
on
what should they
these.
stand up for? What should the church stand up for? What like abortion? You brought up the church. Should the church be supporting abortion? Stay out of it. I'm gonna save your breath. Don't get into that. But I tell you who should not be in it, and that's men. Should be a woman's issue. But what's going on now ain't got nothing to do with women. It's got everything to do with some sickos who think they're gonna put all the abortion clinics in your neighborhood and none over there.
But here's one thing: don't
It's
don't
about
stand up.
preserving life for white people because they're gonna kill all the black babies that you take to the abortion clinic.
I'll say this: don't stand up in a pulpit and say that you're against something if you're not going to go out and vote. Have your get your congregation to go out and vote or protest against it. If you're just talking in the pulpit against things, and if you're not actually doing the social action that it takes to actually change legislation or affect legislation or
And shut up.
policy or elected officials, then shut up, because
Yeah.
you're not following protocol, and you're not being in accordance with the word of God, because the Bible says faith without works is dead. If you're not leaving the church walls, if you're there every Sunday and every Tuesday night and every Wednesday night, you ain't doing the work of the Lord. Because during the pandemic, and I'm sorry, I'm on a soapbox right now, but with all the wealth of of some of these pastors rocking all this designer wear and stuff, and people were suffering during the pandemic, if your church is not doing food, and I'm not talking about just 100 boxes, so you should be doing more than that if you're raking in millions of dollars and the building's
I
already
don't,
paid
I
for.
don't have no problem with them dressing real fly. I have a problem with them living in gated communities. How
Yeah,
you gonna serve God and you in a gated community?
and
What would Jesus do?
I mean,
If you
okay,
gotta live
I
in
don't
a
want to get
gated
involved
community,
to this.
you can't be my pastor. If I can't have your cell phone number, you cannot be my pastor.
Well, I do have my
And
bishop
what
and
I make
pastor's cell
is
phone
none of
number.
your damn business. That's between me and God. So them churches that want to see your tax returns, they can kick rocks. Let me see your tax return. That's between me and God. I don't need no intercessors.
Yeah, eh, I'm just saying, if you're going to live behind a gated community, your your give back to the community should be even greater. That's all.
No, you shouldn't be nobody's preacher. You should go on into that prima donna lifestyle that you, man, what would Jesus do? Jesus wasn't in no gated community. See, I'm tired of these people talking about a cat that lived 2,000 years ago when they treating people greasy that live right next door to them now. Come on, kick rocks. You ain't got no power over here. Get on out of here. You might as well listen to the dope man. How about this, Sean? The preacher, the politician, and the pusher. The three P's. The preacher, the politician, the pusher.
Can I just say one thing?
The
It's
drug dealer knows who he is. The drug dealer sells drugs. But the preacher and the politician, they don't know what they stand for. The
you
dope
know,
man know he sell dope.
and that's also another thing. I remember one person telling a story to me one time before, and he was saying that Church was out. Someone mentioned my pastor, peoples.
Yeah, this
But
lady, yeah, she know your holes. Don't try to crack slick on her.
but anyway, they
You
say
see
that
what she said. She said, get up out of, is trying to get out. You stealing votes from Charles County. Now, Charles County, that's where a lot of people from Prince George's moved to. That's like the county after the county, right? Go from DC to PG to Charles, right?
well, I know that
It's a growing part of the world. Everybody knows Doris Kamek Spencer is the boss down there, right? Wrong.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know Miss Doris Spencer?
No.
Oh my God. The Southern Maryland Chamber of Commerce. I want you to look up Miss Doris Spencer, iconic woman, leader, fair person, businesswoman. And from what I remember, she had no problem punching Mike Miller in the mouth. See, too many of us act like slavery is still going on. Is you coming or is you ain't? Harriet Tubman coming at 12 o'clock. Is you coming or is you ain't? You are free to move about the country. Hell, they just had Juneteenth for all of the people that got told 2 years late. And by the way, you know Juneteenth did not end slavery, right? The Emancipation Proclamation did not end slavery. The 13th Amendment ended slavery. Because we just went through Juneteenth and all of that. People celebrate. Black people just want a holiday. Black people tired. Black people so tired. You know what we tired of? Racism. Racism is so tiring. So tiring.
That's another thing. You know, we people are touting, oh, we have Juneteenth. If
Give me
even
40 acres
so, this is what I would say.
and a Range Rover.
If the legislation is going to speak about the history and what blacks went through, I'd rather have that than this a regular holiday.
I want money from Johns Hopkins, Harvard, Georgetown. I want a check from all three of them. I think they need to be contributing back to the community that they built their empires off of. I think they should be giving out scholarships to academically worthy black children across the state of Maryland. No black child in Maryland should pay to go to any damn thing. Considering that Maryland's one of the richest states, our children should be going to school for free. It ain't like they getting no education in Baltimore City public schools. How Prince George's County public schools?
We're second to last.
Oh, I guess y'all down the bottom with us.
Well, we're a step ahead of you, but that's something to be touted,
close
right?
enough that I could just grab you. So what's Peter Franchot going to do for the schools?
Not we're focused on me right now.
Oh, my bad. Does he have kids?
We're focused on me right now.
What do you got? Great grandkids now, right?
So
he's 74. You know, if you black and you 74, you like a great grandfather. Okay, Sean. You remember how is Mayor Grant? Does Mayor Grant miss politics?
Well, I spoke to Mayor Grant recently, but I know he's supporting Peter Franchot when he gets to walk.
Oh wow, why?
Because he knows that that's the best ticket. But
he should know better.
There's endorsement of him on their website. Yeah.
I wonder who Wilbert Wilson is supporting. I got to call Dr. Wilson.
Which Wilson?
Dr. Wilbert Wilson, one of the smartest people in Prince George's County.
Well, I know that Floyd Wilson, the first black county council member, is supporting.
Who is Judge Wright supporting?
Who?
Judge Wright No, that's not Judge Alex. The judge always would. He and Wilbert always in that circle. Tommy Broadwater. What's the judge name?
Oh, Alex. Alex
That's
Williams.
what I said.
I'm not sure.
Well, he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
I gotta call him up, see who he likes. Who you think Tommy Broadwater supporting?
I'm not sure.
That's what I want to know. I want to know who the boss is like.
Well,
And don't
sometimes
talk about Tommy
Tommy
get beat
Broadwater
up.
aligns
Tommy,
with himself. Sometimes Tommy aligns himself with Steny Hoyer, who he supports.
do we like Steny Hoyer?
He's our was
I
it
take that as a no. What about Colin Bird?
Colin's a very smart guy.
Colin wanted to duke it out with Steny Hoyer, then he backed down. He like, I better fall back.
But that's a very intelligent brother right there, though. But for Congress, I just wanted to put out there that Glenn Ivey is running for Congress,
So
and he
who is he running against? The lady with the Jerry curl?
he's running against Donna Edwards. And
Is that the lady with the Jerry curl? Is that the lady with the Jerry curl?
Is she a jury girl? I just think she has short hair right now. you know, she's a former congressman.
I know who she is.
And
Where's Albert Wynn? She just beat the brakes off of him and he said, I don't want no more. I don't want no more. Take it away.
you know, talk about Albert Wynn. He's a resident in my district.
She was tagging him. He's like, oh, I don't want no more. He was like Alexis Arguello, no mas. When Sugar Ray was, remember Sugar Ray Leonard? That was before your time.
So yeah, Albert Wynn lives in my district. He has a house on the hill. And actually, I walked up that hill.
Juanica Fisher.
So Wanika Fisher, I have no comment about that race.
Damn.
I'm just gonna say this. That's an interesting race. You know, Victor Ramirez. I worked for Victor. Wanika used to. Me and Wanika used to work for Jolene Ivy together when Jolene ran for lieutenant governor.
She's your old girlfriend.
we we were very close together. You know, Wanika. I know she used to work for Victor's office, so that's just a very interesting dynamic in that race right there. You know, Victor has the power to raise money. I know that a lot of political establishment people are supporting Wanika right now, but Victor is a hard campaigner.
Said,
And Victor also has represented me in traffic court before too. So
I got you. So look, a delegate makes what about 60 a year, but the county council make like 120,
the delegates make 50 right now.
50, but a council person in PG makes like 120.
One like 130. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's enough to live off of. Because you can't live off of 60 in PG, right?
No, you can't. You can't live for 50, 60. You know, actually, the county executive was talking about that they want to make the median income here $100,000. I said, so what are we going to do who make less than $100,000? Yeah.
That's the difference between Prince George's and Baltimore. Higher median income. You have the highest Black median income in the country. I was trying to explain that to a business colleague, and they just weren't getting it. I mean, you're in the DC suburbs, higher price of living, everything costs more, gasoline, mortgages, but common sense prevails. Whatever you do, just keep common sense in it. But Sean, let me just say this. I've taken you through 10, 12 rounds on this show. But 10 years in the politics, you put a lot of time in. And whatever you should choose to do, I pray that you are successful, because clearly you've had to deal with people and have come up with some opinions and decisions. Trust your gut, and loyalty is everything.
Yep.
And treat people the way you want to be treated. And if somebody greasy, just deal with them in a long handle spoon. Don't let them get close and then they burn you and you like, what happened? You know what happened? There was a snake from Jump Street.
Yes, sir. In closing, I don't know. You should look into the person, Latasha Ward. I started politics with Latasha 12 years ago, and she was the campaign manager for Greg Hall back then. She started a nonprofit working with our returning citizen population, which I serve on a board called the Solid Foundation. We support children of incarcerated uh, parents during the Christmas time and the holidays. But also, Latasha is a business owner as well. She's been working to she's been working with our returning citizens, getting them businesses, certifications as well, MBE certified, where they have been able to come back to society, take care of themselves. And if you don't want to hire them, they were like, to hell you. We're gonna start our own business and hire our own self. Then we're gonna hire people who's coming back to society to work for us as well. Then build them up so they can start their own business as well.
Sean,
So
I will help anybody you send to me from that community. You want me to help them? You send them to me. You give them my number, and we will help them. We all about helping our brothers and sisters who have come home. We want them to know that there are opportunities out here, and there are people who are willing to help them out as long as they come correct. And most times, somebody behind them walls, they trying to come correct because they tired of what's over there and they want something new.
yep.
But we can't just change for the camera. We can't change for the girlfriend. Can't change for the spouse, for the children. It's like a drug addict. We got to change for ourselves. Whatever we got to do it because that's what we want to do. Can't get sidetracked. Okay, so what, you got to meet with Peter Francho? I don't want to hold you up. Tell him I said hello.
You have a great day, Doc.
Power to the people. Sean, how can people get in touch with you?
You can follow me on my social media. My Facebook page is Sean Michael Wilson. My campaign stuff is as at Vote SMW. Um, Also, you can hear me today on 96.3 WHUR at 12:50. I on Autumn
Are
Joy
we
Live
plugging
show.
another network on this network?
Hey, Dottie, you're not gonna be on at 12:50. I'm trying to get my viewings up.
Let me ask you this. Is WOL on your radar?
I'm sure it is.
Have you gone there? I mean, here in Baltimore, we got WOLB. Down in Atlanta, you got WOL.
Yeah, we should do WOLB.
That's where Joe Madison, the Black Eagle, is.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to go look up that network. Radio One.
Okay.
Yeah. Good deal. What's your number again, Sean?
You can reach me at 202-740-5565.
One more time, nice and slow.
202-740-5565. Also, you can go to SeanMichaelWilson.com.
You've come a long way. I've known you. I don't know, man. You've been really doing. Where do you see yourself ultimately?
Ultimately, I see myself on the school board for a couple years. Then, hopefully, one day working in a nonprofit, working with our community. Really, I want to really address, find a way to where I can address housing insecurities.
I know a girl on that school board. What's her name? Carletta Fellows.
Yeah, Carla Fellows, she's no longer there. I think she got into some trouble.
Yeah. So I want to say to you, don't get in no trouble. Don't lie. Don't steal. Keep your damn hands to yourself. make good decisions, and don't take no bribes. Because you know they be putting police in there, like, come on, Sean, here, take this and do this, take this and do this. And get rid of them people. And if you need any help, I'll meet you on Indian Head Highway. And I'll bring my posse with me. Who
All right.
already live there.
All right.
You ain't gonna have no problems. But vote for people. Make sure you do your homework. People always tell you the good things about them. Everybody's got an other side. Some of us can be more transparent than others. Just mean what you say and serve the people and give your best. And when it's time for you to leave, because this ain't supposed to be a lifelong appointment, right? You ain't
No.
supposed to be governor for 20 years, right? You're supposed to get on with your life and do some other things, right? But this is one thing I want to caution you about. The mental health component. When being in office is more important than brushing your teeth, taking care of your family, doing your job, maybe it's time to let it go. Some people don't know when to let it go. Like Peter Francho. Have a great day. My name's Donnie Glover. Have a great day, everybody. I got you.
All right.